Murray's, the area's exclusive Opti-AIM certified ADAS recalibration center, will replace your damaged windshield to OEM specifications. Get back on the road knowing the job was done right. Contact Murray's, your ADAS recalibration professionals.
If you're in search of a unique gift or an original piece to finish your own special collection, visit the Rustic House Antique Mall. Over 30 vendors across 5,000 square feet of clean indoor space, featuring glass, vintage clothing, primitives, furniture, recycled yard art, and so much more. New items arrive daily. Shop in person or join us for live sales Mondays at 6 p.m. on Facebook. The Rustic House Antique Mall, 2909 Murdoch Avenue in Parkersburg.
Welcome to KMA Auto.
Vehicles that come with the free insurance-backed lifetime powertrain warranty.
Oil changes starting at $39.99 for synthetic or conventional oil up to 5 quarts with a free 30-point inspection.
For all your golf cart needs, KMA Auto has you covered. Sales, service, parts, and rentals. We are the dealer for the people.
Is overactive bladder a problem? Try Saga Pro Bladder Health from Terry Naturally. Saga Pro is a proprietary extract of angelica leaves sustainably harvested from wild plants grown in Iceland, where it's been used as medicine for thousands of years. It's ideal for both men and women looking to support bladder strength and urinary tract function. Each person varies, but you may start to notice benefits just after a few days.
Terry Naturally's Saga Pro Bladder Health. On sale now at Mother Earth Foods. Shop with confidence.
Looking for more youthful and radiant skin with no downtime? The Virtue RF Micro Needling Machine can address acne, wrinkles, dark spots, eye puffiness, and cellulite. Call Rejuvenation Laser and Skin Center today and schedule your free consultation.
The Overhead Door brand has been the garage door expert since 1921. And since then, we've trailblazed through a century of greatness. Through technical innovation and human ingenuity, our products have become a staple in homes and businesses for the last 100 years. And we're just getting started.
Call Ashley or Bobby for a free quote today. 304-422-3800.
Have you heard that Colonial House Senior Living in Parkersburg is the fun place to be for senior independent living? Whether it's a large celebration or a small get-together, there is always something to do at Colonial House. We pride ourselves on keeping our residents active and social while maintaining their independence. Call today and schedule your tour, 304-428-6575. Come and see why Colonial House is senior living at its finest. 23rd Street in Parkersburg near PHS.
Honest Fred's Flooring, your home for quality flooring at a fair price. We know shopping for flooring can be stressful, so you can count on us for an honest deal and a stress-free shopping experience. Whatever your flooring needs, rest assured we have the flooring that's right for your lifestyle. And Honest Fred's is with you every step of the way, from consultation to installation. You'll get the flooring you want, the service you need, and the value you deserve. Shop Honest Fred's, Parkersburg, Marietta, and Spencer, or visit us online at honestfreds.com.
Dig in at Tiber Way Grill in Marietta. Grab a delicious appetizer while you watch the game, or have a seat in our dining room and eat your meal in comfort. Swing in on Saturdays and Sundays for our Bloody Mary brunch. Our menu is full of options to satisfy anyone's palate. Plus, follow us on Facebook to see our specials throughout the week. Try something new and tasty at the Tiber Way Grill, located on Tiber Way in downtown Marietta.
Murray's will replace damaged insulated residential glass and a 10-year guarantee on seals from the manufacturer. Replacement units are made right here in the USA. Murray's, your trusted source for replacement glass for 75 years.
Don't get stuck on the road after an accident or breakdown. Call Westfall Towing. We specialize in recovery, roadside assistance, jump starts, tire changes, lockouts, and more. Our fleet is fully equipped to handle any towing job, from passenger cars to heavy machinery. We're also honored providers of AAA services. If you're in an accident, request Westfall Towing. Proudly serving Washington County and the surrounding area 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 740-525-9240.
There is nothing like college football.
This is what college football's all about.
Need a job or just looking for a change? Move Staffing can help. From entry level to executive, we will find you a position that best suits your skills and experience. These are great paying, permanent positions. Let us find the perfect career for you. We do it all at no cost for job seekers. We're locally owned and operated with a staff that has been here since day one. Voted the best staffing agency in the Mid-Ohio Valley 3 years in a row. Stop by and see us in Marietta, Vienna, or Cambridge, or call today. It's time to make the move.
The area's only locally owned steakhouse and premier dining experience is now open on Sundays. Rivertown Grill, Williamstown.
My dream has always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Marietta Memorial Hospital through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things that I needed to learn, helping me with my placement. The instructors were outstanding, and they just with helping me through school and some of the life things that I faced during that time. If you have any goals or dreams that you would like to obtain, don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Center for some guidance and help.
The Career Center, hands-on training that works.
The all-new Mahindra Roxors are here at Lemon & Barrett's Power Sports, West Virginia's only Roxor dealer. Stop in today and check out the base models with multiple options available to add on, like roof, windshield, heater, and much more. We also have the all-weather factory package with heat, air conditioning, full cab, and heavy-duty bumper with winch. Call or stop by to reserve yours today at Lemon & Barrett's Power Sports, your one-stop shop for all things power sports. Follow us on Facebook for inventory and store updates, and as always, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
Hensler's Town and Country Market in Marietta and St. Mary's is ready for fall. We have everything you need to get ready for autumn with plenty of mums and gourds for decorating and pumpkins for baking, plus locally made items you won't find anywhere else. Don't forget about our wide selection of deli meats and cheeses, daily lunch specials, and delicious fruits and vegetables. New items arriving daily, so follow us on Facebook for the latest information. Hensler's Town and Country Market, on the Pike in Marietta and next to the bridge in St. Mary's.
How may I help you today?
What if you never had to sort your pills or wonder if you're taking your medications correctly? Our weekly pill pack service takes the worry out of managing your medications or the medications of someone you care for. For your convenience, we have 3 locations and offer free delivery. Cox Family Pharmacy, we're locally owned and locally loved. Let us help you take care of your family.
Pick me, I'm delicious.
Hey, Creamfield here.
My sprinkles are fabulous.
Can't beat a good old glazed donut. Grrr, I'm a bear claw.
Hey, why's it gotta be a donut? The pepperoni rolls are great.
I hear the pie is good there too.
JR's Donut Castle, a taste fit for a king.
Get the power to know more about your money so you can do more with it. Here's your dashboard. Look at all your accounts, track your spending, and customize savings and debt payoff goals. Search transactions based on words or tags like dining out. Check your cash flow daily. Green means money coming in, red means money going out. And you can also set up alerts. Explore My Finance today and get the power to know more about your money. Community Bank.
Every place has a feeling. Every town has a culture. For us in West Virginia, it's the people that make it special. At Grog's, our days start and end with award-winning service. Because for those who are lucky enough to call West Virginia home, we will always be here to make sure home is a safe and comfortable place. To the customers we've met along the way and to those we will meet in the future, we thank you for making Grog's Home Services the top choice in the Mid-Ohio Valley.
The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys. When you've had a serious injury, you need legal advice immediately. Call today, we'll see you today and guide you every step of the way. The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys.
I highly recommend Bowling and Dunn Family Dentistry. They make you feel so comfortable and provide you with quality care.
Everyone is very friendly and very helpful.
They're always smiling here, and I trust them with my smile.
They are very professional and good at informing you of what they are doing before they do it.
What's important to you is important to us. Bowling and Dunn Family Dentistry. Welcome to our practice.
CAS Cable has the advertising solution for your business or event that is easy, affordable, and effective. Get your commercial seen on the most popular networks and programs and live sports that your customers are watching. CAS Cable is growing faster than ever, creating a huge audience in the Mid-Ohio Valley for you to reach with your message. If you don't have a commercial, our production department can create one that highlights your products and will get you customers. Call today to find out more about advertising with CAS Cable to boost your business. 304-420-2470.
Curry fires away.
This time could be up there with the greatest of times. And it starts now.
You gotta be kidding me!
Red Barn Vintage and Mercantile on Pike Street in Marietta is home to over 60 vendors showcasing vintage and primitive decor. Our family-owned and operated shop also features local artisans and vendors who specialize in handmade items. With a wide variety of treasures, you'll be sure to find something perfect. Shop with us Tuesday through Friday 10 to 6, Saturday 10 to 4, and Sunday 11 to 3. Be sure to follow us on Facebook for the latest info. Red Barn Vintage and Mercantile, 1200 Pike Street in Marietta, across from United Rentals.
To a kid, 60 years may seem old, but at Morrison Incorporated, that's a milestone we're happy to mark. Hi, I'm David Haas. Looking back at our last 60 years, we celebrate a track record of successfully serving our customers' HVAC needs. We're proud of supporting organizations and events in our community. And as we look to our next 60 years, we'll continue putting people first, honoring our guarantee of professional service and always safeguarding the welfare of our customers and crews. Morrison Incorporated, always ready for the next 60 years.
At Mark Armstrong's Goldworks, we offer on-site repair for all your jewelry needs. But we're much more than just a repair shop. We have the largest selection of loose diamonds and engaged rings and beautiful one-of-a-kind designer pieces. Nobody comes close to our selection and quality. Each of our staff has at least 25 years of experience and is ready to help you choose that perfect ring. If other area jewelers have trusted me for over 45 years, shouldn't you?
And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody, from the campus of Don Drum Stadium from Don Drum Stadium on the campus of Marietta College. It's Marietta College football on CAS 45. Brian Noss bringing it to you this afternoon as we take on Ohio Northern today. Marietta College comes into the season 3-4 on the season, 2-4 in OAC play. This marks the 7th week of Ohio Athletic Conference play, and this should be a good one today for the Pioneers. Now, we talked to Coach Andy Waddle. We'll get that here in just a few minutes, but this ball game is starting about 30 minutes later than normal, and the reason being is because we didn't have, Ohio Northern had some bus issues, and so they had to stop in Cambridge. They bussed half the team down here and then had to go back and get the other half of the team. So consequently, we're starting off about 30 minutes later than normal, and that's 2 weeks in a row that there have been bus issues. Last week, Marietta had bus issues, and then this week, of course, it's Ohio Northern. Speaking of last week, and we'll talk to Andy Waddle about it here in just a few minutes, but Marietta coming off a really, really tough defeat last week. They're leading 21-0 in that ball game last week, and Heidelberg came back and scored. They scored 29 unanswered to win it 29-21 on the road. This is the 7th week of OAC conference play. As we said, the Pioneers 3-4 and 2-4 in the OAC. Ohio Northern is currently 1-6 overall, 1-5 in the OAC, and the Polar Bears have lost 5 straight since beating Capital 28-13 in their season opener. Andy Waddle's in his 10th season at the helm of the Pioneer program. Dean Paul for Ohio Northern is in his 19th season as the head coach of the Polar Bear football program. Last year, these teams met at Ohio Northern, with the Polar Bears coming away with a 34-33 victory with just 18 seconds left in the ball game. Ohio Northern winning by 1 there. So that's kind of how we're going to set things up. We'll go over starting lineups and what you can expect when both ball clubs have the ball when we come back here. But we'll take a quick break, and then my conversation with head coach Andy Waddle is coming up prior to kickoff. So we'll do that right after we do some Pacer Bills here. But you are watching Marietta College football on CAS 45. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this.
Business to the next level? Sir Speedy is your one-stop shop for your signage needs. Whether it's windows, walls, floors, and doors, even vehicles. With Sir Speedy, you'll collaborate with our professionals who know the ins and outs of signage and how to integrate them into your overall marketing strategy. Plus, they'll deliver and install your new sign. No job is too big or too small. With their state-of-the-art equipment and new expanded location, great ideas happen. Sir Speedy, SirSpeedyWV.com.
We've got about a year under our belts now, enough certainly to know that we're very happy with the service. It was unbelievably simple, and I think within a day we were hooked up and ready to go. I'd most definitely recommend CAS Cable to any business or any individual. There haven't been any surprises, and that's a good thing when you're in business. I'm Jim Staley from Staley Law and Mediation, and I'm happy to be a CAS customer.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on the campus of Marietta College. Brian Noss and Coach Andy Waddle in the coach's office here talking about today's ball game. Right off the bat, with a 30-minute delay, does that screw you guys up at all, or is it just it's nothing?
Hey, listen, we're going to roll with whatever punches are thrown our way. That one's not going to be the biggest one thrown today, so we're all right. We'll adjust, and we're going to move forward and not let this affect our game.
So talk about today, you got Ohio Northern coming in here, the Polar Bears, not having the best of seasons. On paper, it looks like not a problem, but as a coach, you can't look at it that way.
Listen, I mean, they played it. They played statistically a really hard schedule. In fact, when you look statistics, right, look at strength of schedule across the country. Marietta College has played the hardest strength of schedule in the OAC and the 15th hardest in the country, and they've played the second hardest schedule in the OAC, and so they've played some really good football teams. They've been in some close games, and the ball hasn't bounced their way. That's part of football. But when you look at them and you dive into them a little bit deeper, they've got an all-conference wide receiver who's a really good player. They've got an all-conference running back who's a dynamic player. Their defensive line is chock full of some of the best talent across the OAC, and there's certainly a makings for a good football team and someone that we have to take very seriously.
So when you look at, and I hate to touch on this, but let's talk real quick about what happened last week. 21 points right off the bat in the first quarter. Your defense really helps you out there and helps you get some points on the board. But then after that, it was very difficult to move the football, and so you subsequently you end up losing that game. How do you recover from something like that? And what's going on with the offense, like in the middle 2 quarters of the ball game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, first off, when you start out the way that we started out, we have to win that game, right? You know, and we had some turnovers there, which stalled drives, stopped drives, gave them field position, the whole lot that, right, you know, we got to get those taken care of. You know, I think that, you know, we started out really hot running and throwing the ball. Then we hit a little bit of a dry spell there where we weren't moving the ball, and it went back to some of our passing game. Some of that's routes, some of that's our quarterback's reads, maybe the touch on the ball or whatnot. But, you know, credit to those guys. They're a good defense. I mean, and going into that game, I think that they were one of the top, you know, defenses in the OAC, and they proved to be a very talented group. And you look at them, man, they should be talented. They got, I think, 14 seniors or fifth-year seniors that are in there 2 deep on that unit. So, you know, that was a good football team. We should have won the game with the way that it started out, but you know, we're going to move forward to this week and hopefully have a better outcome.
Is it tough to pick your kids up after that? I mean, how long do they hang on to that loss? Yeah,
I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. Everybody's different, right? I think that you know, for me, I'm still holding on to it, right? You know, but probably hold on to it for a couple of years, right? You know, but I think when we got back out to practice on Tuesday, our guys were ready to move forward to Ohio Northern, and we had a good Tuesday practice, and so, you know, that game should not affect this game.
So you're coming in 3-4 today. These next 2 games on paper, very winnable games against Ohio Northern today, Capital next week, and then you have, of course, big arch rival with Muskingum. You guys are on track to finish 6-4, but you have to take it one game at a time.
I mean, our motto is want to know, right? You know, and so we don't ever really want to get too far into the future or too much into the past, right? You know, we have to, if we're going to accomplish any goals that we want to set forth, right, we have to really focus in on what's happening in our lives today and maximize who we are today so that we can go out and take a big step forward today to give us an opportunity to do something tomorrow.
Are you healthy?
And I don't think anybody's healthy at this time of the year.
3-4, yeah.
So, well, I mean, just, yeah, you know, we played 7 football games, and we've played 6 in a row. So we got some guys that are dinged up, and we got some guys that are more than dinged up that are out for the year. But the guys that are going out there today are going to put forth a great effort, and, you know, that's why you have depth, and that's why you have more than one guy at each position, and next man up for those guys that aren't healthy, and we want to get those guys back healthy, and we have a couple guys back today that we haven't had for a couple weeks, but we're continuing to move forward.
All right, best of luck today, Andy, and as always, we appreciate your time.
Absolutely, go Pios.
All right, kickoff coming up here in just a few minutes. It's the Andy Waddle Show with Brian Noss right here on CAS 45. Stay with us.
Honest Fred's Flooring, your home for quality flooring at a fair price. We know shopping for flooring can be stressful, so you can count on us for an honest deal and a stress-free shopping experience. Whatever your flooring needs, rest assured we have the flooring that's right for your lifestyle. And Honest Fred's is with you every step of the way, from consultation to installation. You'll get the flooring you want, the service you need, and the value you deserve. Shop Honest Fred's, Parkersburg, Marietta, and Spencer, or visit us online at honestfreds.com.
Reliable products from Bryant. Unmatched service from Morrison Incorporated. Hi, I'm David Haas. We're the 1-2 punch you need this winter to deal with high energy costs. A high-efficiency furnace from Bryant, installed by the most trusted name in home comfort, will save you serious money down the road. Choosing who designs and installs your system makes a real difference in both efficiency and long-term performance. Put your trust in us. Nobody has more experience, and we're always ready. Morrison Incorporated in Bryant, whatever it takes.
Welcome back to Don Drum Stadium on the campus of Marietta College. The coin toss getting ready to happen here for this afternoon's game. Again, if you're just joining us, we were supposed to start at 1:30 today, but bus issues for Ohio Northern has forced this game to go about 30 minutes later than normal. So we'll get the kickoff underway here in just a couple of minutes. When Marietta has the ball on offense, they're going to be led by the quarterback, Connor Vierstra. Connor is 93 of 168 attempts this year for 7 picks. He does have 10 touchdowns. He's thrown for 1,191 yards. He averages about 170 yards a game. Behind him, Bryce Agnew, and Agnew only 123 yards today, away from 1,000 for the season. Agnew has 7 touchdowns. He averages 125 yards a game. And again, look for him to go over 1,000 today if he has a good day. Across the front, Rayshawn Stewart, David Bush, Seth Wallace, Joe Rutherford, and Garrett French will be protecting Connor Vierstra. Wide receivers are John Sieroptowski, Dre Baldwin, Dawson Snyder, who's having a great year, 25 catches for 426 yards. He's had 3 touchdown catches this year. And Derek Witzberger is the tight end. On defense for Ohio Northern across the front is Josh Beaver, Tyler Irigoyen, Kadarius Woodfork, and Nichol Johnson. Linebackers are Peyton Wilson, Mikey Moon, Colin Flynn, and Austin Colon. And the secondary is Ed Manning at corner, Dalton Tijong at safety. Another safety is Javon Taylor, and John Michael Elliott will do the punting duties for Ohio Northern. On defense for Marietta, Malik Melton, Simon Schott, Chance Knight, and Drake Newberger across the front. Linebackers are Luke Watt, Brady McAnaway, and Kyler Folkert. And then the secondary is Jalon Quiero Gordon, also Malik Greer, Brady Panucci, and Tyreek Martin. Offensively for Ohio Northern today, their quarterback, Aiden Figueroa, 43 of 89 for 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, only 436 yards passing, and he averages 73 yards a game. And I will say that they have platooned 3 different quarterbacks in this year. Brock Martin is their running back, and Austin Ike rather, is their one of their wide receivers, along with L.J. Payton. Noah Miller is a tight end. Jet Morgan, another wide receiver. And across the front, it'll be Cordell Wyatt, Lance Good, Zach George, Freddie Burchett, and Aiden Train. And those are your probable starters for today's ball game. Again, Ohio Northern coming in this year, not having one of the best years. They're 1-6, and they are coming off a loss last week to Muskingum, who Marietta will see in 2 weeks. They lost last week 23-7. Of course, we already talked about the Pioneers' loss last week, heartbreaker, after coming out 21-0 in that ball game against Heidelberg. Heidelberg scored the last 29 of the ball game and won it 29-21. Marietta set to do the kicking duties, getting ready to tee the ball up and kick it off is Derek Klein back deep for the Polar Bears is L.J. Payton and Jordan Dean. And it's going to be a short kick fielded by one of the up men for the Polar Bears, and that's going to be fielded by Cameron Cox. He's run out of bounds at about the 26-yard line, where Ohio Northern will start 1st and 10. So they'll give him to the 28, and they will start 1st and 10, will the Polar Bears. Again, the quarterback is number 9, Aiden Figueroa. In the backfield with him is Brock Martin. And hold everything, we have a whistle before we even get going. And that's not how you want to start the ball game. Delay of game on the Polar Bears. So that'll set them up 1st and 15 now. The ball moved back to the 23-yard line. 3 wide receivers in the set, 2 at the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom, and 1 tight end. They give it, hand off to Brock Martin. He's got a little bit of a hole. Almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage, out to the 27-yard line, 2nd and 11. Austin Ike in motion now to the bottom of your screen, and he'll join L.J. Payton at the bottom of your screen. Little slant route over the middle, and it is in and out of the hands of Jet Morgan. So it'll fall incomplete, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 11 for Ohio Northern. Polar Bears really struggling this year to put points on the board. And as Andy said in the pregame, they are a lot better ball club than their record shows, as Figueroa could not find anyone to throw to, and he is wrapped up and sacked. Brady McManaway and Newberger in on the sack, and so Ohio Northern is going to have to punt it away. And back deep for Marietta is Dawson Snyder. Snyder, the leading punt returner on the team. And he'll take it at the 32. Steps out of the grasp of one Polar Bear and goes out of bounds at about the 37. So Marietta will take over 1st and 10. Again, they are led by Connor Vierstra, the quarterback. Vierstra on the year, 1,191 yards passing, averages about 170 yards a game. He's thrown for 10 touchdowns, but he has had 7 picks. Snyder averages about 9 yards a punt return. He got a couple there, and it was about at maybe 7. So Vierstra hands off to Agnew, and Bryce Agnew with running room right up the center, out to the 45-yard line. 8-yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Marietta. They're going to give him 9 on the play, out to the 46. It'll be 2nd and 1. 3 wide receivers, all to the right of the formation. And Vierstra keeps it. Nice job with the RPO there for Connor Vierstra. Gets across midfield, down to the 47-yard line. 1st down, Pioneers. Marietta, no huddle. Again, 3 wide receivers in the set, 1 tight end. Vierstra wants to throw. Now scrambles right. He's just got to get rid of it, and he is hit hard and run out of bounds. No flag on the play. And Vierstra just nowhere to run and nowhere to throw it to. Did a nice job of getting rid of the football so that he wouldn't take a sack. Snyder is in the slot. Dre Baldwin to the far side. And the near side here is Siriptowski as far as receivers go. Shotgun, and Agnew is the sidecar. And they give it. No, it's a fake. Faked out the old announcer here. The pass intended for Siriptowski, and he just let him too much. So 3rd and 10 now for Marietta after the pass for Suriptowski went incomplete. Clock stopped with 12:07 to go in the first quarter after the incompletion. Marietta looking for their second first down to keep the drive alive. Veerstra under pressure. We'll just dump it off to Agnew. And a nice job by the Polar Bears. That's number 13, Colin Flynn on the stop.
He's wrapped up immediately by Colin Flynn.
And so Marietta will have to punt the football.
4th down and 10.
Aiden Bailey back doing the punting for the Pioneers. He averages 38 yards a kick, and he gets it off. Flag on the play, as I believe it's going to be kick-catch interference. And I'm not sure if he called for a fair catch or not. I couldn't see it, but that's going to be a big penalty against the Pioneers for running into the receiver. We'll get the official's word here, but there's definitely kick-catch interference. And that is a 15-yard no-no for Andy Waddle's Pioneers, so that will give pretty decent field position to the Polar Bears as they start their second possession of the ball game. So they could have been at the 13, but they move it out to the 28-yard line after the 15-yard penalty, where the Polar Bears will start 1st and 10. Figueroa hands the ball off to Martin. Martin cuts up the middle, out to the 34-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play.
Martin carries. Malik Melton tracking him down from behind.
Melton on the stop for the Pioneers.
Second and 5.
They gave him 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5. Hand off to Martin again. Met first by Simon Schott. Schott couldn't get him down, and he got across the 38 to the 39-yard line. That's good enough for a Ohio Northern first down. So the Polar Bears doing a nice job of moving the football at the moment. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end in the wing position. Figueroa wants to throw, and he's got a man. Pass is caught on the left side by L.J. Payton. And another first down for Ohio Northern as they continue to keep this drive alive.
First and 10, Ohio Northern at the 49.
So their first time in Pioneer territory.
Hold on, I haven't done
Pistol formation. Figueroa steps up, wants to throw. He's hit as he throws the football, and it's going to be deflected and fall way short. Anthony Sabatino in there on the pressure. Also, guess who? Drake Newberger.
Yeah.
And is there a flag on the play? I'm not sure. I don't see a flag, but the officials down here are going to talk about it right at midfield. Good shot of them there. Nice work by our camera crew. Okay, so the ball was tipped. They were thinking maybe a fumble after he was hit, but no, they said the ball was tipped. Incomplete pass.
It's 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10 now for Ohio Northern on their second possession of the game. This one started at the 28-yard line. Little screen pass is intended for Austin Ike, but it was just over his head. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now. Marietta trying to keep this drive from continuing for the Polar Bears. Defense needs to step up here. Ohio Northern in the pistol. Figueroa is wrapped up and dropped. Chance Knight got through there. And Ohio Northern is going to have to punt. And I'll tell you what, Figueroa never saw him coming until he was in his grill. Nice replay there. You see it, and Chance Knight just busted through that line from his defensive tackle position. And John Michael Elliott, standing at his 30-yard line, will have to punt. Dawson Snyder back at his 13. Elliott gets off a low line drive, and Snyder's just going to have to let it bounce. And it'll be down inside the 10-yard line there by Ohio Northern. Hunter Kessler down there to down it, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Pioneers inside their own 10-yard line. So they got a long way to go. 8:30 to go here in the opening quarter. You're watching CAS 45's coverage of Marietta College football presented by Sir Speedy Printing in Parkersburg. I'm glad you're with us here this afternoon. Beautiful day, by the way, for football. I mean, you could not ask for anything nicer than what we have here in Marietta, Ohio. Agnew, the ball carrier, across the original line of scrimmage. He didn't get much, maybe a yard. But yeah, 65 and sunny right here at kickoff in beautiful downtown Marietta, Ohio. Not a cloud to be seen. We're going to give him 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Pioneers. Bierstra standing at his 7-yard line. They give it to Agnew. Here comes Agnew over the left side. He's got some room, and Bryce Agnew up the left sideline. Nobody is going to get him. He's at the 40. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Marietta. No flags anywhere on the field. And that, my friends, is an 89-yard touchdown run for Bryce Agnew. Nice. And coming into this ball game, we said that he was only 123 yards away from 1,000 on the year, and he just got a big chunk of it. 89 yards, and I don't think he was touched.
Lucas Shepard ready to attempt the extra point.
Lucas Shepard has the ball spotted at the 10-yard line. He is 14 of 16 on the year. He's going to try and make this a 7-0 ball game. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 7:40 left to go in the first period, Marietta draws first blood. They lead it 7-0. You're watching Marietta College football presented by Sir Speedy Printing in Parkersburg on CAS 45. We're coming right back.
I don't have to have chemo or radiation because we caught it in time. Get your mammogram, because if I had waited another year or so, I might not have been so lucky. Do your exams at home and get your mammograms.
Want to take your business to the next level? Sir Speedy is your one-stop shop for your signage needs. Whether it's windows, walls, floors and doors, even vehicles. With Sir Speedy, you'll collaborate with our professionals who know the ins and outs of signage and how to integrate them into your overall marketing strategy. Plus, they'll deliver and install your new sign. No job is too big or too small. With their state-of-the-art equipment and new expanded location, great ideas happen. Sir Speedy, SirSpeedyWV.com.
Back to Don Drum Stadium on the campus of Marietta College, and after that 89-yard scamper from Bryce Agnew, the Pioneers lead it 7-0. Kickoff from Derek Klein is going to be fielded at the 1-yard line, and great coverage from Marietta Special Teams. That was number 22, Vontae Hodges.
He was hit by Vontae Hodges.
Again, that scoring drive, it went 2 plays and covered 92 yards. Bryce Agnew with an 89-yard run, and Lucas Shepard added the extra point. Marietta 7, Ohio Northern nothing. Big tight-ended motion. That's Noah Miller now in the wing, and they're going to have Figueroa keep it. And Aiden Figueroa, the freshman, 5'10", 185 pounds. Gets it ahead to, they'll mark it at the 14-yard line. 2nd and 7. Shotgun formation. And Figueroa is going to run it again, right up the middle. And he's going to be drugged down right there by Marietta's number 34. Sabatino and McManaway in there on the stop. So 3rd down now for Marietta, or for Ohio Northern. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 4. Polar Bears in the pistol. Figueroa claps his hands, wants the ball. He has it. Now he'll go over the middle. And the pass was intended for Jordan Dean, way overthrown. Nice coverage there by the Pioneers secondary. And so Marietta has forced a 3-and-out here after that big touchdown run from Bryce Agnew just a few minutes ago. And so Marietta will get the ball back in pretty darn good field position, as well as Snyder right now at his 43-yard line, awaiting the punt. John Michael Elliott, the sophomore, doing the punting duties. He is at his 4-yard line. No pressure from Marietta. Elliott gets off an end-over-end kick, and Snyder will take it at the 46. Snyder slips out of a tackle, and he'll go down the right side. Dawson Snyder with one man to beat, and he's just going to run out of bounds. He didn't have the angle, and Ohio Northern did. He had 2 guys chasing him, and Snyder did the smart thing. Rather than trying to be a hero and cut it upfield, he just ran out of bounds. And so Marietta will set up shop 1st and 10 from the 21, but there is a flag on the play. So that's coming back.
I think he said number 20. Well.
Looked like a blindside block. So the officials are trying to figure out where the block happened, where the penalty happened, and then they're going to march off 15 yards for that infraction. So it goes all the way back to the 38-yard line, which is about where Dawson caught the punt to begin with. Coming up at halftime today, man, I am so excited because we're going to get to talk to John Vanderwall, the head basketball coach here at Marietta College. As Agnew takes it up over the left side, crosses the 40 to the 42-yard line. But Vanderwall and the Pioneers coming off their most successful season ever, a Final Four team in the NCAA tournament. And we're going to talk to John here coming up at halftime. Really looking forward to meeting with my buddy, Coach Vanderwall. Agnew dances up through the middle, across the 45 to about the 46-yard line, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 for Marietta. Tight formation from the Pioneers. Bunch formation on the left side of the line. You reckon that's where they're running the football? It is, and Ohio Northern picks it right up. Nice job by the Polar Bears on defense right there by Mikey Moon, led that charge and cut down number 24, Bryce Agnew. So it's going to be 4th and 2 for Marietta, and it looks like they're going to punt the football. Wow, didn't see that coming.
I think they thought about it.
Especially with that bunch formation on the left side of the line, you would have thought that they would have had some running room over there, but Polar Bears did a nice job. And the Polar Bears have the block on right now. They're coming after them. And they get the punt away. Does Aiden Bailey. It's fielded by Jack DeMario. And Ohio Northern will set up shop 1st and 10 at the 25. 4:05 to go here in the first quarter. Marietta leads it 7-0. And now a penalty against Marietta. They're calling it on Brady Russell for unnecessary roughness. So they're going to start him off at the 40-yard line. That's the second 15-yard penalty in as many series for the Pioneers. They had a block in the back on Dawson Snyder's punt return that cost him 15. And now an unsportsmanlike conduct is costing them another 15.
Yeah.
Figueroa, little dump pass over the middle. The pass is caught by Noah Miller, the tight end, and he's into Pioneer territory for the first down for Ohio Northern. Miller, big dude, 6'5", 245, and he was all alone in the flat to catch that pass. 1st and 10, Polar Bears. 3 wide receivers. Tight end on the right side of the line. Shotgun. Figueroa steps up, wants to throw, has a man, he way overshoots him. He had a man down the left side that had Kiero Gordon beat. Flag on the play.
And he's quick.
And it's holding on the offense. That pass, even if it had been caught by L.J. Payton, wouldn't have went with the penalty. But, boy, he put a move on Jalen Kiero Gordon and had him by 3 steps down the left side, and he just overshot him. But, again, the hold negates that anyway. So 1st and 20 now for Ohio Northern. Tight end coming in motion, and he gets the jet sweep handoff, and he gets great yardage over the right side. I called him the tight end. He's big enough to be. He's 5'9", 205. That's Austin Ike, senior, on the jet sweep handoff, and he takes it down into Marietta territory to the 35-yard line. Nice gain, and the biggest gain of the day for Ohio Northern. Brady Russell ran him out of bounds for the Pioneers. 1st and 10. 2:52 on a running clock here in the first quarter. Figueroa, quarterback draw. And Figueroa inside the 35, down to about the 33. They're going to spot it just inside the 33-yard line. We'll give him 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Chance Knight on the stop for Marietta. Brock Martin is your running back, number 10. He's a senior, 5'11", 210. And the pistol formation now for the Polar Bears. Figueroa wants to throw. Now he'll step up, and he is going to be dropped. He had nowhere to go. And the OAC sack leader, Drake Newberger, in on the stop for the Pioneers, and that will set them back to about 3rd and 13 now. And they're going to make some personnel changes to the Pioneers, and they'll bring in some changes to their secondary in an obvious passing situation here for the Polar Bears. Of course, I say that now as they go out of the shotgun. No, they are going to pass. Figueroa steps up, has got to get rid of it, and he does. Pass is caught for the first down on the far sideline. Nice job there from Ohio Northern. And couldn't tell who caught that ball, but Tyreek Martin knocked him out of bounds. But first down yardage for the Polar Bears. Northern in the pistol. Fake handoff to Martin, and a little screen is dumped off on the right side. That's going to go for a few yards to Jack DeMario. DeMario is senior wide receiver. Fulker on the stop for Marietta. Inside 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and Ohio Northern with their deepest penetration of the ball game. Inside the 15 now, the ball is spotted at the 14, 2nd and 3. Polar Bears spreading the field with 3 wide receivers. Martin, the handoff. No, I'm sorry, again, that's a great RPO fake from Figueroa. And that'll be the last play of the first quarter. Our score, Marietta leads at 7-0. You're watching Marietta College football presented by Sir Speedy Printing in Parkersburg on CAS 45.
CAS Cable is proud to be your local provider of TV, phone, and internet service in the Mid-Ohio Valley. As we close out our 45th year in business, we want to thank our customers who have made it all possible. Business or residential, we strive every day to provide you with the best possible service and support. We will continue to work with you to make the MOV and beyond a better place for all of us. So thank you to our customers, and we look forward to serving you in the years to come.
Dig in at Tiber Way Grill in Marietta. Grab a delicious appetizer while you watch the game, or have a seat in our dining room and eat your meal in comfort. Swing in on Saturdays and Sundays for our Bloody Mary brunch. Our menu is full of options to satisfy anyone's palate. Plus, follow us on Facebook to see our specials throughout the week. Try something new and tasty at the Tiber Way Grill, located on Tiber Way in downtown Marietta.
Yeah, Tiber Way Grill, by the way, fed the crew. Do you think the announcer saw any of that? I don't think so, Scooter. Pioneers jumping offside there on a 3rd and 3. They're going to call it, yeah, for sure. A couple of guys on the Pioneer line jumped, and so that is going to be an automatic first down. So it'll be a 1st and goal now for Ohio Northern, and those are the kind of mistakes you don't want to make, especially when you're struggling on offense a little bit. You know, you need to come out and make a statement win today against a 1-6 program, and you don't need to be making mistakes like that. Figueroa wants to throw, has a man, pass is caught at the 6-yard line. Jet Morgan on the end of that pass. Kiro Gordon on the stop. Marietta with just 2 first downs in that first quarter. Ohio Northern 7. But Marietta with 116 yards, 89 of them coming on that run from Agnew to 84 yards for Ohio Northern. They ran 19 plays in that first quarter, by the way. Figueroa wants to throw to the end zone. Pass is intended for Austin Ike, and it's overthrown. So Marietta tightening up the defense here once Ohio Northern got first and goal. And now third and goal from the 7. I don't know what the guys in the truck got to eat from Tiber Way Grill, but if it was anything like that commercial, they are living high on the hog in the CAS production truck. Figueroa trying to scramble, and he's got nowhere to go, and Brady McManaway with his second big play of the game so far in this first half, second big sack for McManaway, and it sets up a 4th and a bunch. Now the official's talking about something. Do we have a flag on the play? I didn't see one. Yeah. They had 5 men in the backfield. So it will be 4th down because Marietta's going to decline the penalty, as well they should, after that big old sack. 11-yard loss on the play. So Ohio Northern now you see making wholesale changes. They're going to bring on their field goal unit. Dom DeFalco is their field goal kicker. 34-yard attempt. And I saw him in pregame. Boy, he can boot it. And that one had all kinds of room to spare. DeFalco from 34 is up and good. So with 13:39 to go in the first half, Marietta leads at 7-3. We'll take a break. You're watching Marietta College Football, presented by Sir Speedy Printing in Parkersburg on CAS 45.
Have you heard what happened to those with curious minds? They packed up, broke free of conventions. These prospectors of knowledge are blazing a new trail, joining the long line of those who sought adventure and prepared for anything. This is the time. This is the place. Bring forth a pioneer.
Looking for more youthful and radiant skin with no downtime? The Virtue RF Micro Needling Machine can address acne, wrinkles, dark spots, eye puffiness, and cellulite. Call Rejuvenation Laser and Skin Center today and schedule your free consultation.
Welcome back to Don Drum Stadium on the campus of Marietta College after a 34-yard field goal from Dom DeFalco. The Polar Bears are on the board, and they trail 7-3. Long kickoff from DeFalco, and Dawson takes it at his 1-yard line. Dawson Snyder still on his feet out across the 30, and he'll run out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Nice return by Dawson Snyder. And he was hemmed up big time on that right side. But Snyder, who averages 24 yards a return, got 35 on that one. His long of the year, by the way, is 47. And Ohio Northern scoring drive, by the way. 34-yard field goal from DeFalco. 11-play, 58-yard drive. It took up 5 minutes and 26 seconds. 13:24 to go here in the first half. Marietta has the ball now. Veerstra alone in the backfield. He'll keep it and run over the left side. And a flag comes in from the secondary.
Flag.
We'll see what that's all about, but Veerstra knocked out of bounds just shy of the first down. And that flag came in from way way out in the secondary. And Ohio Northern says it's against Marietta, and according to the guy in the white hat, they're blaming it on John Sirapatowski. Looked like a hold. So again, Marietta kind of shooting themselves in the foot here and committing penalties that they don't need to be committing.
After the penalty, it's 1st and 11.
It's a spot foul, so it'll be 1st and 11 from the 36. They give the ball to Bryce Agnew, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. As a matter of fact, I think he's maybe a half a yard short of the line of scrimmage. Yeah, they gave him a loss.
By Austin Golan.
More than that, about a 2-yard loss, actually.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 12.
Officially a loss of 1, 2nd and 12 for Marietta. Connor Veerstra rolls to the right, looking for somebody to throw it to, and he has a man in the flat. Pass is caught. Nice catch right there from Dawson Snyder. And Snyder just short of the first down, out to the 46-yard line.
Taylor with the tackle. 3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1 now for Marietta.
I think it'll handle the fan, but stop the air. Yeah, you can do the fan, just don't do the air.
Pistol formation, Agnew right behind Connor Veerstra. Veerstra, play action, steps up, wants to throw, he's in trouble. Now he just pitches it off to Agnew behind the line of scrimmage, and Agnew was smothered there on defense by Tyler Irigoyen. So another punting situation for Marietta. So the Pioneers having trouble moving the football here. And we talked to Andy about that in the pregame. That's kind of been their MO this year. They get off to a decent start, but then, and that ball hit an Ohio Northern player. We'll see who's on it. Officials are going to have to look underneath the pile, but that ball hit an Ohio Northern player, and Ohio Northern retains possession. Or rather, it's going to be Marietta's football.
Ball is recovered by ONU. At the 23-yard line.
So yeah, Marietta did not recover that, so it's going to be Ohio Northern ball. And they'll start at the 23-yard line. Figueroa on the quarterback keeper. Goes right up the gut.
Figueroa on the drop play.
Newberger there on the stop for Marietta.
Greg Newberger making the stop.
Little help from Malik Greer there as well on the defense.
It's 2nd and 5.
Picked up 5 on the play to be 2nd and 5 for the Pioneers.
Well, that's why I didn't
Or for Ohio Northern. My mistake, Ohio Northern. And a handoff to Brock Martin over the left side. And Martin is drugged down out of bounds by Chance Knight.
Wrapped up from behind by Chance Knight.
But enough for a first down, gain of 6 on the play. So first down for Ohio Northern.
At the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Ohio Northern.
Clock running at 10:17 to go in the first half. Aiden Figueroa looks for somebody to throw it to, and nothing doing. Chance Knight again in the backfield for Marietta. And that is the third or fourth time, I believe, that Aiden Figueroa has been sacked today by that Marietta defense. So that brings up a big 2nd and 16 now for Ohio Northern. 4 wide receivers in the set. 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom of your screen. Shotgun formation. Aiden Figueroa is in trouble again. Now he'll tuck it and run, doing a nice job of getting out of the grasp of a couple of Marietta guys, but he gets out to, they're going to call him at down at the 34-yard line.
Slides down after a gain of 5. And Pioneer fans
McManaway almost had him around the 30, but he was able to scoot around him. 3rd down now for the Polar Bears, and 11 after the gain of 5 on the play. Screen to Brock Martin over the left side. Martin run out of bounds. He's going to be way short of the first down, out to about the 31-yard or 41-yard line. Now they're actually going to say he's out at the 38, so he's shorter than I thought. Only a couple of yard gain there on the swing pass.
4th down and 7.
So to bring up a 4th and 7, Snyder is going to go back to receive the punt from Elliott. Dawson Snyder back at his 22-yard line. Good snap. Elliott, good end-over-end kick. And Snyder does not call for the fair catch. He takes it. He comes up the right side. Snyder is going to be run out of bounds by Cade Crawford.
Dawson Snyder forced out by Cade Crawford. Flag on the play.
And as becoming the pattern here in the first half, another block in the back for Marietta. Mercy. Marietta with a whole bunch of penalties here in this first half. Penalized now for well over 50 yards.
On a white field.
So the Pioneers will have to tighten up their discipline.
First down, Pioneers.
Coach Waddle cannot be pleased with what he's seeing so far out of his guys. Shotgun formation, Connor Veerstra, your quarterback, and it hands off to Bryce Agnew. Agnew running right towards you, and he gets out to about the 18-yard line.
Bryce Agnew carries.
Well, they playing over on the other field. Lacrosse.
He was met by Grayson Malcolm.
Gain of about 1 on the play.
1. 2nd and 11.
Remember, Agnew needed only 123 yards today to go over 1,000 for the season. Connor Veerstra, his pass over the middle is caught. No, the official says no. Dawson Snyder said he had it, and the official, the head linesman, said the ball hit the ground.
Pass ruled incomplete.
And Coach Waddle is letting him hear it, man. Andy is letting him have it.
No, I can't see him. I got too many people.
So 3rd and 11 now for Marietta.
3rd down and 11.
And the Pioneers continue to struggle in the second quarter moving the football. We've seen that in a lot of ball games this year. First and fourth quarters, they do pretty well. Second quarter, they struggle. And Veerstra, that's just a route miscommunication there. Dre Baldwin was the intended receiver, and Veerstra threw it 15 yards over his head. I think he expected Baldwin to continue up the left side, and Dre cut in, and Connor let it fly, and it was nowhere close. So Aiden Bailey now set the punt for the Pioneers, and he is standing dangerously at his 3-yard line. And here comes Ohio Northern. They had the block on, and now Ohio Northern has lost the football. Marietta falls on it. Now the official is saying Ohio Northern ball. I don't understand that call. And I don't think Andy does either. Andy's out at the 38-yard line going, what the heck? The fans want an explanation. Coach Waddle wants an explanation. Look at Andy right there. He is pleading his case. And I don't understand that call at all. I'm not sure what happened, and Andy is still pleading his case there on the sideline to the head linesman. Wow. Big, big break for Ohio Northern. And they start at the 37. Aiden Figueroa will keep it, and he works his way up to just shy of the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 40. And a gain of 3. Still don't understand that call, man. That's crazy. Malik Greer on the stop for the Pioneers, 2nd and 7.
3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Jameer Nunley is in the backfield now for the Bears in the pistol. And Figueroa gives it to him. Nunley over the left side. He's got some room. Nunley across midfield. First down for the Polar Bears. Tyreek Martin on the stop.
Tackled by Brady Panucci. Into Pioneer territory. 1st and 10, Ohio Northern.
Inside 5:50 to go in this opening half. Big break from Ohio Northern there as they were awarded the football after it clearly looked like Marietta had recovered the muff punt. And that's a backward pass, incomplete. And Newberger got his big mid on it to break that up. I'm telling you what, man, Drake Newberger, clearly the leader of this football team, not just on the defense. 6'2", 215. That kid is quick. Now 3 wide receivers for the Polar Bears. Tight end bunch on the left side. Here comes the blitz. Figueroa is in trouble, throws it, pass is caught to the 35-yard line. Pass is complete to Noah Miller, the tight end. He came off the line of scrimmage and just did a curl in as Aiden Figueroa was in trouble. And the Polar Bears keep the drive alive. This started on that weird call where we thought that Ohio Northern muffed the punt. Well, we know they muffed the punt, but they gave the ball to the Polar Bears after it clearly appeared that Marietta recovered. Brock Martin, the ball carrier, he gets 8 on that carry. 2nd and 2. Malik Greer on the stop for the Pios.
Picks up 8. 2nd down and 2.
Again, coming up at halftime, we'll be joined by head coach John Vanderwall of the Marietta College Pioneer men's basketball team. Looking forward to talking to Coach Vanderwall to see what's up. Talk about their Canada trip. We'll talk a little bit about last year and then what to expect coming up this year for the Pios. Pass is thrown into the flat and caught by Jordan Dean. Dean, a 6'4", 170-pound sophomore, gives the Polar Bears a first down.
At the 18-yard line.
Tyreek Martin, the senior, on the stop. But it is first down territory now for the Polar Bears, and they're in the red zone. Ball at the 18-yard line. Aiden Figueroa has a man in the end zone, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Jordan Dean, and he had a step on Kiero Gordon.
Jalen Kiero Gordon and Brady
Panucci also back on defense for Marietta, and Jason Dean had them both beat by about a step.
2nd and 10.
Polar Bears not wasting any time. 2nd and 10 from the 18. And running over the left side with it is Jameer Nunley.
He's wrapped up by Drake Newberger. And Pioneer fans, it is 3rd.
Nunley averages about 3 yards a carry. He's got 1 touchdown to his credit on the season. 3rd and 5 now for the Polar Bears. The ball spotted at the 13-yard line. Figueroa in the pistol. Will send a man in motion. Looking over the left side for a man in and out, just overshot his intended receiver. That's Nick Tangeman. Kiero Gordon on the coverage. So another field goal attempt for Ohio Northern. Dom DeFalco, this time spotted at 20. It'll be a 30-yard field goal. He's already had a 34-yard field goal today. And this one is going to be hooked to the right. He missed it. He had all kinds of time. He had a good hold, a good snap, but he just came through it and hooked it. So with 2:37 to go, we'll keep it right here. With 2:37 to go in this first half, Marietta will have another crack at trying to put some points on the board as they lead it 7-0. Next week, we will be right back here at Don Drum Stadium on the campus of Marietta College, as Marietta will have, for the first time, I think, this year, back-to-back home games. Taking on Capital next Saturday right here at Don Drum. And so we hope you'll tune in for that and watch us. Appreciate all of you tuning in today, whether you're watching on CAS Channel 45 or whether you're on CAS Cable's Facebook page, maybe they're watching on YouTube, wherever you're at. We're glad you're with us here on a beautiful day for football here in the Pioneer City. Marietta leading 7-3 with 2:37 to go in the first half. Brian Nost bringing you the call here today from Marietta, Ohio on CAS 45. Thanks for being with us. Bryce Agnew, the ball carrier, up over the 20 to about the 21-yard line is Agnew. Gain of 1 on the play. Irigoyen on the stop. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Pios. Snyder in motion. Veerstra wants to throw. Here comes the blitz, and they got him. Veerstra did not have a chance. And in the backfield quick was Nichol Johnson, number 9. So a big loss. They've got to get to the 30. So it's 3rd and 18. Clock continues to run at 1:30. And DePaio's just trying to give himself some punting room, and they give it to Agnew over the right side. First down and more. Bryce Agnew run out of bounds at the 38-yard line. First down, Marietta. And that, boys and girls, I believe, puts him over 1,000 for the season. Nice run there by Bryce Agnew out to the 39. Keeping the drive alive. Marietta trying to desperately put some points on the board. And Veerstra, again, miscommunication with Dre Baldwin. Veerstra let it fly down the left side, and Baldwin was running a post. So some miscommunication there on the routes, and they'll have to fix that at halftime, because that's twice now. Second and 10 from the 39. 3 wide receivers. Snyder going to get the pitch. Dawson Snyder across the 45. He's actually run out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Run out there by Ed Manning. So 3rd and 4.
Oh, yeah, he brought a big boy with him today.
If you're thinking about field goals, Lucas Shepard's long this year is 30 yards. So they would have to get inside the 20 to make that happen, to be in his range. I'm saying he can go longer than 30, but that's his longest of the year. Veerstra to Baldwin on the left side, and Baldwin, what a crazy spot. Baldwin caught the ball at the 49-yard line of Ohio Northern. All right, that's better. I was going to say they spotted it initially at the 49 of the Pioneers, but the catch at the 49 of the Polar Bears, and that's where Marietta will have it. Clock continues to run. Now Marietta will stop it and take a timeout. So with 37 seconds to go, Pioneers want to talk it over and see if they can get into field goal range. Again, the long one on the year for Lucas Shepard is 30 yards. Again, man, coming up at halftime, I am so jacked because my buddy John Vanderwall is in the house, and we are going to talk to him at halftime, see if he's going to give me any eligibility for this year, because my jump shot is really, really good, and so I'm hoping. He just shook his head no at me and said, "Shut up, dude." I'm really hoping that no, I'm not going to play for him this year, but I am looking forward to talking to him coming up at halftime. Incredible season last year, and we'll talk about that. They've already been playing a little bit. They scrimmaged last night against Ohio Wesleyan. We'll talk about all that, and we'll talk about some of the hurdles that they have to overcome this year. They lost a great bunch of seniors this year, and they lost one person on that ball club that never took a shot last year, and that's going to make a big impact. We'll talk to John coming up here in just a few minutes at the half. But we're not done yet. Marietta trying to put some points on the board here to close out this first half. They lead it 7-3. Veerstra, blitz coming from the outside, and they got him. Veerstra never saw it coming. Austin Colon. Marietta takes their second timeout. And again, Veerstra never saw him coming. He blitzed from that outside linebacker position, did Cologne. And Marietta suffered a big loss there. Again, coming up next week, Marietta takes on Capital here at Don Drum, and then they will close out the season up at Muskingum, as Muskies have a new stadium up there. And so it will be Marietta's first time to play in that new stadium. Muskies having a decent season. They are 4-3 on the year, 3-3 in OAC play. And they are hosting John Carroll today. No easy task there for sure. All right, after the timeout, 29 seconds to go. Veerstra wants to throw, straight drop. Now he'll step up, and he's just going to have to run. And, boy, you'd like to see him slide there, but he's trying to get every yard that he can possibly get. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage, +1, and the clock is going to continue to tick here. I don't think Andy is going to take any more. Oh, maybe he is. Yeah, he's calling timeout.
I'm going to assume we're going to go for a long field goal.
So I believe that is their last timeout of the half, although the scoreboard is showing. No, that's correct now. That's 0 timeouts.
Oh, they didn't have timeouts. I thought they had one left.
And we want to thank our sponsors. We want to thank Auto Plus. They are the sponsor of our scoreboard. You can see right there on the right-hand side of that scoreboard. We thank Auto Plus for that. Also, we want to thank our title sponsor, Sir Speedy Printing in Parkersburg, for sponsoring Marietta College football on CAS 45. Tiber Way Grill in Marietta today fed the crew in the truck and our camera staff, so we appreciate them as well for taking care of us. I'm going to be eating some Smitty's Pizza coming up here at halftime, which is always a staple here at Don Drum, so I'm so excited for that to happen. That's one of the things I love about coming up here and doing football is getting pizza from Juanita's Smitty's Pizza here in Marietta. So 3rd and 9 for the Pioneers with 9 seconds to go on the clock. They're going to go with nobody in the backfield as they send Agnew to the slot on the left side of the line. And now Ohio Northern doesn't like what they see in that formation, so they're going to talk about it. So you'll get to hear me for another 60 seconds ramble on and talk about absolutely nothing, except the fact that, again, don't forget John Vanderwall coming up here at halftime for our halftime interview this afternoon here in Marietta. Again, beautiful day for football. This game started a half an hour late because of bus issues. The Polar Bears came down last night. One of their buses broke down in Cambridge, and so they bussed half the team down here, and then had to send the other half, the other bus up to get the other half of the team. So they got here late. Marietta had bus problems last week and started late. So hey, it happens. So 3rd and 9 now for the Pioneers.
I'd give it that.
Trying to get down. They have time for 2 plays here. They can run an out route, which is what they're going to do right here, to Snyder, and he runs it out at the 42-yard line. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, 4th down.
And now really time for about 1 play here to maybe take a shot into the end zone. So the Pioneers will run a trips left to the top of your screen in a bunch formation, and then Sarah Patowski is going to be the lone wide receiver on the near side. Agnew in the pistol. Vierstra wants to throw. Going to step up and let her rip. This will be up for grabs into the end zone. And Marietta caught it. Touchdown, Pioneers. Can you believe that? Holy mackerel. And I think that was Garrett Estep, if I'm not mistaken. The freshman. Wow. 42 yards on the last play of the first half. Doesn't get any more exciting than that. And Lucas Shepard for the extra point to make it 14-3 at the break. Boy, the Pioneers needed that. High snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. So at the half, Marietta leads it on the 42-yard touchdown pass from Vierstra to Garrett Estep, the freshman. 14-3 is our score. Stay with us. We're coming back in a couple of minutes, and we're going to talk to John Vanderwall. Stay with us, folks.
CAS Cable is proud to be your local provider of TV, phone, and internet service in the Mid-Ohio Valley. As we close out our 45th year in business, we want to thank our customers who have made it all possible. Business or residential, we strive every day to provide you with the best possible service and support. We will continue to work with you to make the MOV and beyond a better place for all of us. So thank you to our customers, and we look forward to serving you in the years to come.
My dream has always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Marietta Memorial Hospital through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things that I needed to learn, helping me with my placement. The instructors were outstanding, and they just with helping me through school and some of the life things that I faced during that time. If you have any goals or dreams that you would like to obtain, don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Center for some guidance and help.
The Career Center, hands-on training that works.
At Marietta College, we believe if something is worth doing, you should do it with every ounce of your being. Our students are pioneers, and they're committed to getting the most out of their college experience. They seek experiences beyond their classes or their major, and we have more than 50. A Marietta College student wants to write and direct a campus play, score the game-winning basket, and complete a serious research project with their professor. We know Marietta College isn't for everyone, but it might be the perfect fit for you. Learn more today at marietta.edu. To a kid, 60 years may seem old, but at Morrison Incorporated, that's a milestone we're happy to mark. Hi, I'm David Haas. Looking back at our last 60 years, we celebrate a track record of successfully serving our customers' HVAC needs. We're proud of supporting organizations and events in our community, and as we look to our next 60 years, we'll continue putting people first, honoring our guarantee of professional service and always safeguarding the welfare of our customers and crews. Morrison Incorporated, always ready for the next 60 years.
Welcome back to Don Drum Stadium on the campus of Marietta College. Our score at the half, Marietta 14 and Ohio Northern 3. A big touchdown pass there at the end. 42 yards, Vierstra to the freshman, Estep. And right here we have a good ball game. Marietta needed that, man. They were struggling.
What a play. What a way to end the half, huh?
I know, right? Man, how are you, buddy? My friend, John Vanderwall, head coach of the Marietta College Pioneers. And, boy, I tell you, it's so great to have you. I've been looking forward to this. I've been trying to get you all year, but you're a busy guy. You know, you're running around, you're recruiting, you're going to Canada, you're doing all this stuff. Tell me about your off season. How you been?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been wild, like you said. It's been a really busy, fast fall. It's hard to believe we're less than 2 weeks away from our home opener.
I know, right?
A lot going on. Obviously, as most people know, we've got a new team this year. You're going to see a lot of new faces out there. I've got 2 new assistant coaches. We took a trip to Canada. It has been a whirlwind, to say the least.
So let's talk about it a little bit. First of all, you graduated one of the best senior classes that you've ever had, right?
Sure.
And and then you lost somebody on this ball club that never took a shot last year, and that was Coach Sales, right? So I mean, this is a lot of holes you have to fill. Talk about that.
It is, obviously our senior class was super talented. 2 All-Americans in that class, and then 2 other All-League players, and then Ryan Reedy, who was just the ultimate role guy. And then, as you mentioned, Coach Sales has been here for 9 years, was kind of my right-hand man. Really leaned on him a lot. And then Brendan McCain as well, played for us for 5 years and then worked for us for 5 years. So it really feels, even though it's season 16, in some sort of way, it kind of feels like we're starting all over again. But it's, excuse me, it's all exciting stuff.
So talk about your trip up to Canada. You guys went 2-2 up there, and what did you learn about your ball club when you were up north?
Well, I learned we're gonna compete. We've got some good, young, talented guys. As I keep telling people, they will be out there for the first time having to make the plays this year, a lot of these guys. But we've got competitors, and we take a lot of pride in just reloading every year, and we competed really hard up there. It's different in Canada. There's not Division I, Division II, Division III. It's more university level and college level. The 2 teams we lost to were big schools, big universities. Probably similar to maybe a low-level Division I, high-level D2 type team, and we competed really hard. I was impressed with what I saw. Just got back from a scrimmage last night at Ohio Wesleyan. Played really well up there.
Yeah.
So we're pretty excited.
What do you like about this team this year as you come in? I mean, it's so hard. And when you look back at what you did last year, the best season in the history of the program, going all the way to the Final Four, you ended up losing to the eventual national champion. But how do you bounce back and compete against that season last year this year?
Yeah, believe it or not, like usual, we feel like we're really deep again. Losing all those guys, you'd think we'd maybe be a little bit thin, but we feel like we can go 10, 12 deep easy. And I think we're probably a little better defensively right now than we've ever been. Obviously, Lucas and Jason were shooting it in from all over the gym last year, and we relied on that high-powered offense. And I think this year we're going to be really, really tough defensively. Obviously, rebounding, for us is always the most important statistic, so we're going to hound that. But, I think the biggest question mark is going to be, who's putting the ball in the hoop for us and what kind of rate we can do that at. But we're tough. When we came into preseason camp, I keep telling people it was probably the strongest, most in-shape team we've ever had. And so we're tough. We're tough, and we're going to compete, and I think we'll be in every game, and we'll have a chance to put together a really special season.
Well, you touched on that, who's going to put the ball in the hole, and that was going to be my next question. Who are we going to see emerge maybe in this season, and who are you thinking that we need to watch for offensively?
Well, Cooper Parrott's always an aggressive offensive player. He came off the bench last year, and it didn't take him long to get shots up. So I would anticipate he'll be getting his fair share of shots up this year.
Yeah.
But at the point guard spot, Jack Alexander's really ready to make some plays. We've got 3 of those post guys back that we played last year with Sami Willoughby. Obviously, he's our main rebounder, but he'll get a chance to put the ball in the hoop quite a bit.
And how cool! It's been great to see him develop from a freshman up to where he is now. You got to be proud of that.
Really
kid.
Proud of him. He is developed leaps and bounds and really developed his overall game. And I think he's the best rebounder in the country. He's that energy guy that just kind of comes in the game and changes the game with all the offensive rebounds that he gets and things like that. So, David Sanford, who's a transfer from Capital, has played really well so far, and he was actually our leading scorer last night up at Ohio Wesleyan. So we've got a bunch of guys, guys that, our freshman class last year who none of them got any playing time at all. They've kind of developed throughout the year. We're kind of waiting their turn. I think some of those guys are going to really step up this year too and surprise some people.
Well, it's cliche, but it's true. Marietta doesn't rebuild; they reload, and this is what you're facing this year. It looks like while you always have your work cut out for you in a tough OAC conference, the future's bright.
Yeah, this is a chance I think this year's a chance for us to really show what our program's all about. Obviously, we had a special team last year, but it's more than just about individual teams. It's about the program, and after losing so much, this is kind of a statement year for the program. For the guys coming up to let everybody know that we're not going anywhere.
Right.
We're going to keep doing this thing, and I think our guys are hungry. I think we got a lot of guys that it's their turn now. They're ready to prove themselves.
Right.
I think you'll see a team that plays with a chip on their shoulder and just has a lot to prove this year.
Well, man, I can't wait to see it. Best of luck to you. And season's, like you said, starts in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so
should be fun.
Got to get ready for it. All right. My thanks to John Vanderwall. Thanks, buddy, for coming up. Always in high demand. So great to have him. Stay tuned for the second half. We're coming back here in just a few minutes. Marietta leads it 14-3. You're watching Marietta College football on CAS 45. We're coming back right after this.
Want to take your business to the next level? Sir Speedy is your one-stop shop for your signage needs. Whether it's windows, walls, floors and doors, even vehicles. With Sir Speedy, you'll collaborate with our professionals who know the ins and outs of signage and how to integrate them into your overall marketing strategy. Plus, they'll deliver and install your new sign. No job is too big or too small. With their state-of-the-art equipment and new expanded location, great ideas happen. Sir Speedy, SirSpeedyWV.com.
Murray's will replace damaged insulated residential glass and a 10-year guarantee on seals from the manufacturer. Replacement units are made right here in the USA. Murray's, your trusted source for replacement glass for 75 years.
Dig in at Tiber Way Grill in Marietta. Grab a delicious appetizer while you watch the game, or have a seat in our dining room and eat your meal in comfort. Swing in on Saturdays and Sundays for our Bloody Mary brunch. Our menu is full of options to satisfy anyone's palate. Plus, follow us on Facebook to see our specials throughout the week. Try something new and tasty at the Tiber Way Grill, located on Tiber Way in downtown Marietta.
I've been a CAS customer at home for over 2 years, and with that experience and dependability, I decided I needed it really bad here at my salon. I had a great experience with CAS, not so much with the other company. It's less expensive, and like I say, if we have a problem, we know we can call right down the road and get immediate response. I'm John Six. I'm with John Six Hair Company, and we are happy to be a CAS customer.
Need a job or just looking for a change? Move Staffing can help. From entry level to executive, we will find you a position that best suits your skills and experience. These are great paying, permanent positions. Let us find the perfect career for you. We do it all at no cost for job seekers. We're locally owned and operated with a staff that has been here since day one. Voted the best staffing agency in the Mid-Ohio Valley 3 years in a row. Stop by and see us in Marietta, Vienna, or Cambridge, or call today. It's time to make the move.
Looking for more youthful and radiant skin with no downtime? The Virtue RF microneedling machine can address acne, wrinkles, dark spots, eye puffiness, and cellulite. Call Rejuvenation Laser and Skin Center today and schedule your free consultation.
So I've been in healthcare for over 17 years as a nurse in some capacity. I found a lump in my breast called my GYN. My GYN ordered a mammogram, and my mammogram came back showing suspicious nodule. I had a biopsy done where it was confirmed that I did have breast cancer. I immediately was seen by Dr. Shafi, and I elected to have a bilateral mastectomy. A month later, I started with chemo. I had 6 rounds of chemo here at WU Medicine in Parkersburg. I didn't have to travel out of state, which was really nice. I can't say enough about all the support I've received. So if there's any advice I can give to other women, it would be to do your routine self-exams and make sure you have your yearly mammograms. My last chemo was April 1st, and I have been cancer-free ever since.
My dream has always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Marietta Memorial Hospital. Through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things that I needed to learn, helping me with my placement. The instructors were outstanding, and they just with helping me through school and some of the life things that I faced during that time. If you have any goals or dreams that you would like to obtain, don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Center for some guidance and help.
The Career Center, hands-on training that works.
Honest Fred's Flooring, your home for quality flooring at a fair price. We know shopping for flooring can be stressful, so you can count on us for an honest deal and a stress-free shopping experience. Whatever your flooring needs, rest assured we have the flooring that's right for your lifestyle. And Honest Fred's is with you every step of the way, from consultation to installation. You'll get the flooring you want, the service you need, and the value you deserve. Shop Honest Fred's, Parkersburg, Marietta, and Spencer, or visit us online at honestfreds.com.
The area's only locally owned steakhouse and premier dining experience is now open on Sundays. Rivertown Grill, Williamstown.
Murray's, the area's exclusive Opti-AIM certified ADAS recalibration center, will replace your damaged windshield to OEM specifications. Get back on the road knowing the job was done right. Contact Murray's, your ADAS recalibration professionals.
Reliable products from Bryant. Unmatched service from Morrison Incorporated. Hi, I'm David Haas. We're the 1-2 punch you need this winter to deal with high energy costs. A high-efficiency furnace from Bryant, installed by the most trusted name in home comfort, will save you serious money down the road. Choosing who designs and installs your system makes a real difference in both efficiency and long-term performance. Put your trust in us. Nobody has more experience, and we're always ready. Morrison Incorporated in Bryant, whatever it takes.
Many of our members value the local connection, and CAS Cable is a local business. There was no interruption. I had no problem with our internet. Everything was smooth because we do depend on internet communication here. I don't worry about my service here because I know when I call someone, I'm going to get someone. So we highly value CAS Cable here at the Chamber. I'm Karen Waller. I'm the Executive Director here at Belpre Area Chamber of Commerce, and we are thrilled and happy to be a CAS Cable customer.
My name is Heidi Diamond. I am a third grade teacher. 4 years ago, I found a bump in my left breast. Quickly had a biopsy, PET scans. I was able to make the most out of a stage 4 breast cancer diagnosis. When we found it, I had tumors throughout my body, and with the support and encouragement and treatment that we have today, I am here 4 years later, living my best life. I could not ask for a better care team, support system at WVU Medicine Camden Clark. They have been phenomenal. Best thing for me is I don't have to go out of town. I do everything here locally. I had to go through some radiation. Also had that right here in town in Parkersburg, which makes everything so much easier. I'm living proof that cancer is not only treatable, but it's also beatable. Every service that you could need is right here locally.
Want to take your business to the next level? Sir Speedy is your one-stop shop for your signage needs. Whether it's windows, walls, floors and doors, even vehicles. With Sir Speedy, you'll collaborate with our professionals who know the ins and outs of signage and how to integrate them into your overall marketing strategy. Plus, they'll deliver and install your new sign. No job is too big or too small. With their state-of-the-art equipment and new expanded location, great ideas happen. Sir Speedy, SirSpeedyWV.com.
I don't have to have chemo or radiation because we caught it in time. Get your mammogram, because if I had waited another year or so, I might not have been so lucky. Do your exams at home and get your mammograms.
Rejuvenation Laser and Skin Center introduces our new Virtue RF microneedling machine. It can deliver energy at different depths to promote the collagen and elastin that tighten and lift the skin. Several areas can be addressed in a single session. Call today and schedule a free consultation.
Have you heard what happened to those with curious minds? They packed up, broke free of conventions. These prospectors of knowledge are blazing a new trail, joining the long line of those who sought adventure and prepared for anything. This is the time. This is the place. Bring forth a pioneer.
We've got about a year under our belts now, enough certainly to know that we're very happy with the service. It was unbelievably simple, and I think within a day we were hooked up and ready to go. I'd most definitely recommend CAS Cable to any business or any individual. There haven't been any surprises, and that's a good thing when you're in business. I'm Jim Staley from Staley Law and Mediation, and I'm happy to be a CAS customer.
Chilly weather's here, so it's time to call Morrison Incorporated today and schedule your fall furnace check and tune-up. Still, for just $90, we'll test, clean, and adjust your home's heating system so it's safe and ready to keep you warm this winter. We're not looking for problems, we're looking to prevent them. Call 373-5869 or book your appointment online at morrisonhvac.com. Morrison Incorporated, always ready. With Bryant, whatever it takes.
Restrictions apply. Welcome back to Don Drum Stadium on the campus of Marietta College. Our score at the half, Marietta leads it 14-3 on a 42-yard touchdown pass. Last play of the half from Connor Vierstra to Garrett Estep. 10-play, 80-yard drive. It took 2 minutes and 37 seconds, and the Pioneers lead it 14-3. In the first half, they were, as far as first downs go, Ohio Northern 12, Marietta 5. Marietta with 134 rushing yards to 64 for Ohio Northern. Ohio Northern 77 passing yards to Marietta's 68. And total yards, Marietta with 202 and 141 for Ohio Northern. Now for the Pioneers, we said that Bryce Agnew needed 123 yards rushing to get to 1,000 yards on the season, and Agnew has done it. He had 135 yards on 10 carries in that first half, and the long one, of course, being that touchdown of 89 yards. And thing that I'd like to see Marietta clean up in this second half is penalties. They've been penalized 6 times for 61 yards in that first half. So hopefully they clean that up and play a little bit more disciplined football here in the second half. So with the return for Marietta, A.J. Lovin, and they will start off 1st and 10. Marietta will. From their own 18-yard line. Again, my thanks to my good friend John Vanderwall for stopping up at halftime and giving me so much of his time. When you're one of the best basketball coaches in the country, you are in high demand, and I appreciate it every time that he has the opportunity to come up and speak with us. And if you are a Pioneer basketball fan, a lot of reasons to be excited about this upcoming season for Pio basketball as they try to come off, or as they will come off of that fantastic year that they had last year, making it all the way to the Final Four. Vierstra, screen to Agnew, left side, and Agnew on his horse. Agnew at midfield to the 40, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Touchdown-saving tackle by number 17. That is Dalton Tajong, the sophomore. But Agnew on the little screen nearly took it to the house. First down, Marietta, the ball at the 34-yard line of the Polar Bears. 2 wide receivers to the left. Vierstra will hand off up the middle. That's Zion Jackson Wilburn, who just checked into the game to give Agnew a quick rest. And now Bryce comes back, and Jackson Wilburn will go out.
That's a mouthful.
7-yard gain there from number 23, Wilburn. Two wide receivers for the Pioneers. Now they'll bring Snyder in motion. Vierstra wants to throw to the end zone. He's got a man and just overshoots Dre Baldwin. He's had difficulty hooking up with Baldwin a couple of times today. But Baldwin was open. Eli Rich checks out of the game. and Zion Jackson Wilburn goes back in. So they line Agnew up in the slot along with Siripatowski, and Baldwin are the receivers. Baldwin on the left side, Siripatowski in the slot along with Agnew. Agnew more of a wing, and they're going to give it up the middle to Wilburn, and he's going to be short of that first down. It's going to be about 4th and a yard and a half. A short 2. And the Pioneer offense going to stay on the field.
Just give it to that great big boy. He can fall.
Siripatowski and Dawson on the right side of the line. Baldwin and Witzberger on the left side of the line. Play action. Veerstra wants to throw to the end zone. He throws it up for grabs, and it's short. And the pass is knocked down by Tejong. Number 17, Dalton Tejong. So Marietta turns it over on downs after that long Agnew screen pass and run. So Ohio Northern will get the football, their first possession of the second half. They trail it by 11, 14-3. Play action over the middle. Pass is broken up by Kiero Gordon. It was intended for number 11, Jet Morgan. Ohio State, after trailing in the first half to Penn State, has really taken over that ball game. They lead it by 20. Flag on the play now will put Ohio Northern back further. TCU and West Virginia in a battle. TCU is going to win it, I believe. They're up 3 with less than a minute to go. Arkansas taking care of Auburn this afternoon. Georgia Bulldogs playing with heavy hearts today as they take on the Florida Gators. Of course, Georgia's longtime football coach, Vince Dooley, passing away yesterday at the age of 90. First and 15 for the Polar Bears from the 21. Figueroa sends a man in motion, and he gives the ball right up the middle. Brock Martin, the ball carrier. Notre Dame with a huge win today. Who would have saw this coming? They beat number 16 Syracuse 41-24.
2-yard gain.
2nd and 13 now for the Polar Bears. Line of scrimmage is the 23-yard line. Little swing out pass that is complete to Jet Morgan. Morgan across the 30 to the 31-yard line. He's still going to be well short of the first down, but more of a manageable 3rd and 6 now. Pioneers lead at 14-3 here in the 3rd quarter. They'll mark the ball at the 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Polar Bears. Figueroa slaps his hands, and he is under a world of pressure. And the ball is down on the ground, and they're going to throw a flag, first of all. Newberger in on the sack. And the official's talking it over at the 20-yard line to see what the issue is. Brady McManaway picked up the loose ball and took it into the end zone. Let's see what the call is. Okay, so it's an incomplete pass. The flag was for intentional grounding, but they're saying Brock Martin the running back was in the vicinity. So they'll wave off and pick up that flag. Nice job by the Pioneers on the blitz. And John Michael Elliott back at his 16-yard line. Set to punt the ball to Dawson Snyder, who is waiting at his 28. Good snap, end over end kick. Snyder will field it at the 31. Snyder around the right side. Dawson Snyder steps out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Good field position for the Pioneers as they'll start 1st and 10.
I just have to dodge all the people between me. I got this one. This one.
Marietta leading it 14-3 here. You're watching Marietta College football on CAS 45. So glad you're with us here this afternoon. Beautiful day for football. I'm telling you, at kickoff it was 65 and sunny, and here we are 2 days before Halloween. Who would have thought that? Connor Veerstra on the keeper, and he is going to be brought down by number 39, Miles Aldrich. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. Looks like the Mountaineers are going to cover today. They were 7.5-point underdogs, and they've got that game down to 3 points. Or no, TCU just scored, so that screws that up. TCU now with a 10-point lead. Inside 20 seconds to go in that ball game. Clock continues to run, 9:40 in the third quarter. 1 yard gain there for the Pioneers, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for Marietta. Veerstra, straight drop. Now he's flushed. Flag is going to come in, and the pass is broken up, intended for Dawson Snyder.
Pass incomplete, intended for Dawson Snyder. Flag on the play.
Josh Beaver on the coverage for the Polar Bears. See what that flag's all about. The official standing at the 46-yard line. So Marietta had an ineligible receiver downfield. Polar Bears decline it, so the Pioneers will have to punt. And a bad punt here by Aiden Bailey. It basically went straight up in the air, and it was downed by the Pioneers at the 37-yard line. So really good field position for the Polar Bears as they start their possession with 8:53 to go here in the third quarter.
Hold on, I got to dodge all the people here.
Aiden Figueroa, the quarterback. Run pass option, and he decides to run it himself. Maybe about back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
They quit dancing.
Kyler Folkert on the stop for the Pioneers. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Chance Knight also in there as well. And to give to Brock Martin over the right side. Martin is going to be wrestled down at the 43-yard line.
Carries over the right side. Forced down by Chance Knight. And Pio Nation.
Chance Knight on the stop there for Marietta. Bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Polar Bears.
Oh, they ain't going to do nothing on 3rd.
As they try to keep the drive alive here with 7:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Figueroa, quick slant out, and the pass is caught. L.J. Payton on the receiving end there. Brady McManaway on the coverage. And Jalen Kiro Gordon also on the coverage. That's enough for a Polar Bear first down. It's 1st and 10. The ball into Pioneer territory at the 48-yard line. Martin right up the middle, running room. He'll churn ahead for 5, maybe 5.5 yards. Martin averaging just over 3 yards a carry this season for Ohio Northern. They'll give him 5 there. It'll be 2nd and 5. Ball at the 43-yard line. Bunch formation, and they'll give it right up the middle to Martin again. Martin to the 40-yard line. Bring up a 3rd and 2 now. Marietta defense needs to tighten up here.
They're still not doing nothing. It's the ones on the other end.
Don't think we're in 4-down territory yet for the Polar Bears. Pistol formation. And Figueroa wants to throw, and he's going to be chased out of bounds. No, that pass is, oh, they're going to say he caught it. Wow. Man, that looked like it skipped, but what do I know? I'm sitting clear across the field, but they're going to call it a completed pass. Down to the 35. That is enough for a Ohio Northern first down. Wow. Pass was complete to Noah Miller, the tight end. Miller lined up in that wing position. Figueroa on the keeper. Aiden Figueroa, first down yardage for Ohio Northern, and they are moving the football. Stopped there by number 21, Malik Greer, the safety. You know it's bad when the safety's coming up to make a tackle. Another first down for the Polar Bears.
1st and 10, ONU at the 20.
Ball at the 20-yard line. Polar Bears are in the red zone. Shotgun. Give it to Martin up the middle. Brock Martin ahead for 5 down to the 15-yard line. Nice drive here being put together by the Polar Bears. They trail it by 11, 14-3. 4:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Figueroa wants to throw. He'll go to the end zone. The pass is...
I think he caught it.
I don't see a signal. They didn't signal touchdown, but everybody on Ohio Northern side seems to think that he caught it. I guess it's a touchdown. Never saw a signal. Never saw a signal.
Kick is up. Kick is good.
So the kick is up, and it is good.
Kick is good.
From Dom DeFalco.
To go third quarter. The score, Marietta 14, Ohio Northern 10.
So yeah, with 4:02 to go here in the third, Ohio Northern with the touchdown pass. And I never ever, and I'm not the only one. I mean, they're talking about that up here in the booth, and we'll keep it right here during the break on the changeover. But they're talking about that up here in the booth. Nobody ever saw a signal, and so touchdown pass. Ohio Northern now within 4 points. So, tight game here now as Ohio Northern with that 15-yard touchdown pass. 9 plays, 63 yards. It took 4:51 off the clock, and now the Polar Bears only trail it by 4, 14-10. DeFalco kicks off to Dawson Snyder, who has it from the 2, and Snyder up the left side. Dawson Snyder still on his feet, going to get run out of bounds and roughed up a little bit. No flag. But Dawson Snyder took it at his 2-yard line and was finally run out of bounds at the 27. Big return for Marietta's Dawson Snyder. And you know what I love about number 1 is that he's only a sophomore. He'll be back. So first down Marietta at the 27, and they need to put some points on the board here to answer Ohio Northern's touchdown that they scored just a second ago. Pistol formation, they give it to Bryce Agnew over the right side. Agnew squirts out of the grasp of Javon Taylor, and Agnew gets up to the 25-yard line. They'll give him 3 on the carry. It'll be second down, maybe 2 on the carry. It'll be second down and 8. By the way, Gabe Tingle in at quarterback for Marietta for the second straight series. Agnew, left side, close to the first down. He had to get to the 18, and they're going to spot him just a hair short. Timeout on the play as one of the players for Ohio Northern, that looks like Terrion Ross, is down. We'll take a quick break as well. You're watching Marietta College football on CAS 45, presented by Sir Speedy. We're back at Don Drum Stadium on the campus of Marietta College, and the injured player was Terrion Ross. He's up under his own power and off the field, so back to live action here. Again, the quarterback for Marietta right now is Gabe Tingle, who's seeing a little bit of action. Second series in a row that Andy Waddle has put him in. I don't know if it's a try to get an offensive spark, or if something's wrong with Veerstra. It's not the first time we've seen Andy do this year with his quarterbacks. As Agnew goes over the left side, and depending on where they mark it, I think he's got that first down for sure. Yeah, he does. And they will move the sticks. Rayshawn Stewart slow to get up for the Pioneers there, but he seems to be all right. So 1st and 10, Marietta. They'll put Witzberger in motion now on the right side of the line. Tingle smacks his hands. He wants to throw. And he's just going to keep it. Tingle inside the 5. Tingle, touchdown, Marietta. Wow. And that was all Gabe Tingle. He kept looking for somebody to throw it to, and Ohio Northern was doing a nice job in secondary on coverage, and so Tingle said, what the heck, I'm just going to take it myself. He was hit at the 5 and drove his legs into the end zone. And pending the extra point, Marietta puts some much-needed points back on the board. Lucas Shepard now with the extra point has made both of his today. He is 16 of 18 on the year, make it 17 of 19, and that one is up and good. With 1:30 to go in the third, Marietta leads at 21-10. You are watching Marietta College football on CAS 45, presented by Sir Speedy Printing in Parkersburg. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Murray's, the area's exclusive Opti-AIM certified ADAS recalibration center, will replace your damaged windshield to OEM specifications. Get back on the road knowing the job was done right. Contact Murray's, your ADAS recalibration professionals.
To a kid, 60 years may seem old, but at Morrison Incorporated, that's a milestone we're happy to mark. Hi, I'm David Haas. Looking back at our last 60 years, we celebrate a track record of successfully serving our customers' HVAC needs. We're proud of supporting organizations and events in our community. And as we look to our next 60 years, we'll continue putting people first, honoring our guarantee of professional service and always safeguarding the welfare of our customers and crews. Morrison Incorporated, always ready for the next 60 years.
Welcome back to Marietta College and the Pioneers. Backup quarterback Gabe Tingle takes it into the end zone, and Pioneers with a 21-10 lead now on the Polar Bears of Ohio Northern. Vontae Hodges on the stop there for the Pioneers. Jordan Dean on the return. So trying to figure out what's going on with Connor Veerstra. And again, this is not unusual for Coach Waddle to switch out the quarterbacks every now and then. Polar Bears over the middle, and the pass is caught.
Last play of the game, maybe.
L.J. Payton on the catch. Panucci for the Pioneers on defense. That drive, by the way, 4 plays, 27 yards after that long Dawson Snyder kickoff return. 2 minutes and 32 seconds on the drive, and Tingle with a 16-yard run. There's a pass down the left side, and intended for Payton, just overshot him. Kiero Gordon there on the coverage, number 7 for Marietta. Quickly brings up a 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Clock stopped at 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. Moving right along here. And little out route caught, first down yardage. Figueroa, just a little screen to the tight end out of the backfield. I call him the tight end. He kind of lines up that way, but he's listed as a wide receiver. That's Austin Ike, number 84. Averages 48 yards a game catching-wise, and coming into today, he had 30 catches for 337 yards in the season. That one good enough for a first down there. Now the handoff to Jameer Nunley, excuse me. And that should be the last play of the third quarter. Chance Knight on the stop for the Pioneers. So at the end of 3, our score, Marietta 21, Ohio Northern 10. Come back and we'll see if the Pioneers can close it out and get a win here at home this afternoon. We'll be back right after this.
CAS Cable is proud to be your local provider of TV, phone, and internet service in the Mid-Ohio Valley. As we close out our 45th year in business, we want to thank our customers who have made it all possible. Business or residential, we strive every day to provide you with the best possible service and support. We will continue to work with you to make the MOV and beyond a better place for all of us. So thank you to our customers, and we look forward to serving you in the years to come.
Rejuvenation Laser and Skin Center introduces our new Virtue RF microneedling machine. It can deliver energy at different depths to promote the collagen and elastin that tighten and lift the skin. Several areas can be addressed in a single session. Call today and schedule a free consultation.
The area's only locally owned steakhouse and premier dining experience is now open on Sundays. Rivertown Grill, Williamstown.
21-10, our score as we start the fourth quarter. Brian Nost on CAS 45, bringing you Marietta College football. Next broadcast is of Marietta College football is next Saturday against Capital right here at Don Drum in Marietta. Looking forward to that one. Again, it's the first time that Pioneers have had back-to-back home games this year. The schedule's been kind of wonky. It's been all over the place, but we're going to go next week right here at 1:30 in the afternoon, pending any bus issues. Figueroa throws down the left side, and it's out of bounds. Nice coverage there from the Pioneers, Brady Panucci. Pass was intended, by the way, for Dean, but it was out of bounds. So 3rd and 10 for Ohio Northern. Second snap of the fourth quarter. Figueroa, two-step drop, and again throws it outside, intended for L.J. Payton, and he just led his receiver way too much. Marietta Bench made a nice catch over there. So it'll be 4th and 10, and quickly 13 seconds off the clock here in the fourth quarter, and Polar Bears have to punt. Snyder runs up, takes the ball, and crosses the 30 to the 32-yard line. So the Pioneers will take over 1st and 10, good field position. And leading by 11 points, 21-10 here at home in Marietta on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Again, we want to thank the folks at Tiber Way Grill for feeding the crew here today. The CAS 45 crew. as always, we want to thank Smitty's Pizza for taking care of us here in the press box. They've done it for years. They do it every year. As Ohio Northern does a nice job and swallows up Tingle, who is still in the ball game. Again, not sure what's going on with Connor Veerstra. I'm trying to scan the sidelines to see where number 7 might be, but don't see him at the moment. Tingle smacks his hands the ball off to Bryce Agnew. Agnew tries to get around the corner on the right side, and he's going to lose 3 yards. Javon Taylor. And I do see Veerstra now on the sidelines, no helmet, and he's wearing a headset. Actually, Veerstra right there, you see him. Good job, guys. Veerstra, number 7, is signaling in the plays from his offensive coordinator. So Andy has made a change here at quarterback. Veerstra does not appear to be hurt. Now Tingle under pressure. He's going to run. Gabe Tingle is hit at the 35 and still trying to work his way forward out to almost the 36-yard line. And it's going to bring up a 4th down for Marietta, and they'll have to punt the football. So Tingle got some wheels on him, but he just, unfortunately, he had a long way to go. It was 3rd and 13. When he started behind the line of scrimmage, it adds about 4 or 5 yards. So normal situation there, you have yourself a 1st down, but not to be. He's short. It's 4th and 6. Pioneers will punt the football. Ohio Northern is going to bring the farm. And Bailey gets it off. And it's going to roll out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So nice job by Aiden Bailey under duress. And so Polar Bears are going to take over. 1st and 10. They'll mark it at the 17, not the 16.
No, that's
and
the
they will
team.
take over.
Cheerleaders are on the other side now.
And try to move the football.
From their own 17, 1st and 10, ONU.
On the end around is, again, number 84, and I'm not going to call him a tight end. That's a wide receiver, Austin Ike. Gritty dude, man. Austin Ike. (5'9", 205-pound senior. Panucci on the stop for Marietta. 1st down for the Polar Bears. Ball is at the 31. Or 36, excuse me. And up the middle with the keeper is the quarterback, Aiden Figueroa. And another 1st down. So back-to-back runs and back-to-back 1st downs for Ohio Northern. And Pioneer defense needs to tighten it up here just a little bit. Brady McManaway, number 41, on the stop there for Marietta. 1st and 10 at the 46. Clock running, 10:55 to go in the game. Figueroa just throws it away. Jet Morgan was in the same zip code, but it was thrown way out of bounds. Jalen Kiro Gordon on the coverage along with Malik Greer for Marietta. 2nd and 10 now. Clock stopped on the incompletion. And a little quick out route. Figueroa. The pass was intended for number 8, L.J. Payton. Kiero Gordon there on the coverage. Incomplete's 3rd and 10. Marietta doing a better job this half of controlling their penalties. In that first half, they were penalized for over 60 yards. Marietta picks it off, coming back the other way. I gotta like it, Malik Greer, and he is cut down by Jack DeMario. Otherwise, Greer will take it to the house. That ball was tipped and it went right into Malik Greer's hands. So I believe that's the first turnover of the ball game. Yeah. That pass was intended for Austin Ike. Went in and out of his hands and right into the hands of Greer. Now, just as I start to talk about, wonder what's going on with Veerstra, he's back in the ball game. Marietta with great starting field position at the 37. Snyder to Sierptowski on the pitch. They're looking for Baldwin. That's going to be pass interference. And Baldwin went up to make that catch, and yeah, Ohio Northern said, we ain't going to let that happen. Quintel Bryant on the coverage and the flag for pass interference. So a 10-yard penalty. And in college you can do that, right? Because it's a 10-yard penalty. It's never going to be a spot foul in college like it is in the pros.
It's a first down, Pioneers.
So do you give up a catch inside the 10-yard line, or do you commit pass interference and only give up a 10-yard penalty? No brainer, right? Pistol formation. And they give it to Bryce Agnew. Agnew dances around to the left side and crosses the 20-yard line. Gets down to the 17. Agnew, again, in case you just joined us, crossed the 1,000-yard mark in the first half. He needed 123, and in the first half he had 135 yards. So another milestone for Bryce Agnew. He's been the OAC Player of the Week a couple of times, and now over 1,000 yards with just over 2 games remaining. And Agnew again with the carry. Crosses the 15. He'll get down to the 14-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. And that's a little short. Third and 2 now for Marietta. Three seconds on the play clock. Agnew with the carry up the middle, first down yardage and more as Agnew gets to the 6. So it'll be first and goal for Marietta at the 6-yard line. And Marietta just putting this game on the back of their superb running back, Bryce Agnew, and chewing up some clock along the way. First and goal, Pioneers from the 6. Pistol, Agnew, back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The nose tackle, number 51, Tyler Irrigotten, on the stop. And free play here. Pass is intercepted, but it's going to be offsides against Ohio Northern. So that pick in the end zone from Colin Flynn will be negated. So that will move them half the distance to the goal, down to the about 3.5-yard line. Yeah, just inside the 4. It stays second down. Second and goal from the 4. Veerstra by himself in the backfield. Agnew is lined up in the slot, or in the wing, rather, excuse me. And now they're going to move Witzberger to the right side of the line. And they pitch it to Agnew. Bryce Agnew into the end zone. Touchdown, Marietta. Agnew from 3 yards out. And Marietta puts 6 more on the board with 7:40 to go in the ball game. Lucas Shepard on to attempt his 4th extra point of the day to make this a 28-10 ball game. Kick is going to be blocked. And so Ohio Northern doing some penetration of that line and getting a hand up and blocking the kick. And so the score stays 27-10 Marietta. 7:40 to go in the ball game. You're watching Marietta College football, presented by Sir Speedy Printing in Parkersburg on CAS 45. We're coming right back.
Want to take your business to the next level? Sir Speedy is your one-stop shop for your signage needs. Whether it's windows, walls, floors and doors, even vehicles. With Sir Speedy, you'll collaborate with our professionals who know the ins and outs of signage and how to integrate them into your overall marketing strategy. Plus, they'll deliver and install your new sign. No job is too big or too small. With their state-of-the-art equipment and new expanded location, great ideas happen. Sir Speedy, SirSpeedyWV.com.
Marietta College cheerleaders getting into it this afternoon, and why not? We're up 17, 27-10. Derek Klein has it teed up at the 35-yard line, and the left footer lets it rip. It's going to be fielded at the 22, and that looks like it's going to be
Man, that kid's got some
L.J. Payton on the return. And Payton will get out to about the 40-yard line where Ohio Northern will set up 1st and 10. Trailing at 27-10 now, Marietta. With that scoring drive, Bryce Agnew just a second ago, 3 yards out.
At the 40-yard line, 1st and 10, Polar Bears.
So from the 40, Ohio Northern, shotgun formation, bunch receivers on the left side of the line, looking for some blocking room for Brock Martin, and Marietta has nothing to do with that.
Swallowed up for a loss by
Kyler Folkert was there, Newberger was there, Tyreek Martin was there.
with a loss of 5.
5-yard loss on that play. 2nd and 15. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 wide to the right, and the swing pass is taken by Brock Martin, covered nicely there by the Pioneers, maybe a yard, maybe 2, depending on where they spot the football. But again, Tyreek Martin there on the stop. Kiero Gordon also contributing. they maybe gave him 2 yards, so it's 3rd and 13 now. Clock continues to tick. We are inside 6:30 to go in the ball game. And again, that scoring drive, 5 plays, 37 yards, took 2 minutes and 48 seconds off the clock, a 3-yard run from Agnew. And Figueroa is in a world of hurt, and Figueroa goes down. Brady McManaway, who has had himself a game today. That kid has really, really played well today, and he's only a freshman. Man, I love that. 5'11", 185, freshman, and he is having a great ball game today for the Pioneers. Yeah, you know, I talked about earlier about how Marietta needed to clean up their penalties. They have not, and I'm going to knock on wood here, they have not been penalized one time in the second half. They were 6 for 61 in the first half. Dawson Snyder hightails it out of bounds at the 39-yard line. So I don't know what Coach Waddle said to his kids at halftime, but they have cleaned up their discipline and their penalties in this second half.
And at their own 38-yard line, it's a first down Pioneers.
So first down, Marietta. Veerstra back out there. He was out there last series as well after taking a couple series off and letting his backup, Gabe Tingle, have some fun. Tingle scored on a 16-yard keeper a while back to give the Pioneers the lead at 21-10. Swing pass to Baldwin is complete. They head for about 4 yards out to the 42-yard line. Clock continues to run at 5:10 to go in the ball game. A.J. Lovin, number 18, checks into the ball game for the Pioneers. And number 23, Zion Jackson Wilburn, now in the backfield with Veerstra. 10 seconds on the play clock. Connor loses the football, and Marietta has fallen on it, I think. We haven't had any turnovers except that pick to Malik Greer earlier, and Marietta retains possession of this one. Just a bad exchange between Veerstra and Zion Jackson Wilburn. Couple of yard loss on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Now trips to the left for the Pioneers. And Veerstra will roll left, wants to throw, now steps back right. He's in trouble. Veerstra is drugged down for a huge loss. Grayson Malcolm on the sack. Puts the ball all the way back to the 30-yard line. And Ohio Northern takes a timeout. I mean, stranger things have happened. I know it's a 17-point lead. 2 weeks ago when I wasn't here, I was down in South Carolina watching a football game where the home team was leading 21-0 with 8 minutes to go in the ball game, and they lost in overtime. I thought I'd seen some crazy endings in my day, but that one took the cake. And it stung, too, because I was rooting for the team that lost.
I can't see him.
So anything can happen here, but Marietta holds a 27-10 lead right now. And Aiden Bailey is going to punt the football. And again, Ohio Northern, as they've done most of the afternoon, is going to bring the house, trying to block this punt. And Bailey gets it off. He's run into, no flag, and it takes a Ohio Northern kick backwards, and it will be down by Brady Russell at the 41, but there is a flag Yeah. So they're going to call running into Aiden Bailey. Did his best George Clooney impersonation of somebody who was bowled over, but it's only a 5-yard penalty. I don't know if George Clooney ever played football, but how about Keanu Reeves? We know Keanu Reeves was, in the replacements and, Johnny Falco or whatever his name was. At any rate, it's just a 5-yard penalty. So Marietta will kick it again. And again, Ohio Northern's going to bring the house. Bailey, this one is a lot better kick. Fair catch called for at the 29-yard line. Good concentration there from Eli Lynch. I'm sorry, that was Jack DeMario. He had a lot of Pioneers all around him, but he called for the fair catch and made it. So, with 3:38 to go in the ball game, Aiden Figueroa will lead his Polar Bears back out and see if they can make something happen. Four 4-3 defense for the Pioneers. Figueroa, screen pass is complete to Austin Ike.
Pass is caught by Austin Ike. Logan Cunningham pushing him out of bounds.
And Ike gets out to about the 35-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Second down and 4.
Twin stacks, wide receivers, and they give it right up the middle.
Cameron Cox carries. Big hit applied by Andrew Shapley.
And on the carry that time, Cameron Cox, number 19, who's just checked into the ball game.
I'm looking. I haven't figured it out yet.
3rd and 4 now for
I
the
think
Polar
it's
Bears.
this group right here, yeah.
Clock inside 3 minutes now. Figueroa keeps it right up the gut. He'll have the first down, and just now he's looked like he was holding his left ankle there for just a second. He did fall ahead for the first down, but he just kind of went down in a hurry. It looked like he tripped over the 40-yard line.
Out to the 40. 1st and 10, ONU.
Polar Bears with the first down. Figueroa, 2-step drop. Now he has to roll. Looks and has a man on the sideline. The pass is caught and complete to Nick Tangeman.
Pass hauled in by Nick Tangeman.
And the clock continues to run. He stayed in bounds.
1st and 10, ONU into Marietta territory at the 47.
Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Figueroa steps up, and he is going to be stopped and sacked. Nice job there from Marietta's number 45, Jake Visnick. Polar Bears take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Coming up again next week, Marietta will play host to Capital. That game right here at Don Drum at 1:30. Elsewhere around the OAC this afternoon, Capital is playing host to Baldwin Wallace. Heidelberg is at Wilmington today. John Carroll at Muskingum. Mount Union at Otterbein. Next week, as we said, we play host to Capital. Muskingum will be at Wilmington next week. These are all 1:30 starts. Ohio Northern at Otterbein. Baldwin Wallace at Heidelberg. And then John Carroll at Mount Union. You see the schedules up there. Marietta has remaining Capital and Muskingum, and Otterbein and Wilmington and Heidelberg on the schedule for Ohio Northern. Figueroa wants to throw and nearly intercepted. Nice coverage there from the Pioneers' Brady Russell. Third and 16 now for the Polar Bears. Marietta's just got to make one more stop here, and it's going to be about it. Ohio Northern down to one timeout. Play clock down to 5. They're going to have to hurry. Play clock at 3. And they do just get it away. And they hand it off to Austin Ike over the left side. And Ike is going to be wrestled down by Harley Hopkins of the Pioneers. Nice to see Andy getting some guys in there that don't normally get chances to play. Hopkins, the freshman. So 4th and 16, and the clock continues to tick. Ohio Northern electing to not call their final timeout. Figueroa wants to step up. He loses the football. Ball is on the ground, and I think the Pioneers have it, and they do. Harley Hopkins, the freshman who had just checked into the game a few minutes ago, number 10 right there, gets his fumble. Second turnover of the game, and Marietta has been the beneficiary of both, so they are +2 today in the turnover department. And now the Pioneers will just go victory formation and put this one in the books. Marietta will come back to 4-4 on the year and 3-4 in Ohio Athletic Conference play. And Marietta has called timeout before they got the playoff, and I'm not sure what that's all about. Andy is right out at midfield there. You can see him talking to
might get him back out.
the line judge.
Yeah, he's gone.
Not sure what that's all about. All Marietta has to do is just kneel. There's a look at Andy patrolling the sidelines. So again, victory formation here for the Pios. Bierstra will just take a knee.
Bierstra takes a knee.
And they're going to have to snap it one more time. So again, the Pioneers go to 4-4 on the year. Ohio Northern will slip to 1-7. They will go to 1-6 in OAC conference play. Last snap of the game, our final score here this afternoon. Marietta wins it at home, 27-10 over the Polar Bears of Ohio Northern. We're so glad that you joined us here this afternoon. Again, our next Marietta College broadcast is coming up next Saturday, and it's going to be a 1:30 kick. Our airtime next Saturday will be 1:15, and you can catch all the action next week right here on CAS 45. You can check us out on our Facebook page, search CAS on Facebook, and you can also search it on YouTube as well. And we want to thank our sponsors, Sir Speedy in Parkersburg. Also, we want to thank Auto Plus And we want to thank a special thanks to the Tiberway Grill for the feeding of our crew here. Again, the final score, your Marietta College Pioneers win it at home this afternoon, 27-10 over Ohio Northern. And we will really appreciate you hanging out with us here today. For all the folks in the truck and on top of the stadium with the cameras, who did a great job today. Hats off to first-time director Brian Guthrie, who did a fantastic job calling the shots on this ball game today. So thanks to him as well. Again, our final score, 27-10. We'll see you next week right here on CAS 45. It's Marietta College football presented by Sir Speedy Printing in Parkersburg. See you next week.